So, I'm gonna start by telling you that by watching this video, it might make you feel a little bit weird. So, because we are going to talk about something that's not the usual stuff. Okay, so have you ever thought about this? You are finding yourself in this moment, right now, right here, and I'm about to tell you that this is your last day in this life, in this reality, in this world. This is your last day. Now, by me telling you this, let's think about this honestly, realistically. Do you have any proof whatsoever that will guarantee you beyond any shadow of a doubt that when you go to sleep tonight, you close your eyes, you fall asleep, do you have any guarantee, any solid 100% guarantee that you will wake up the next morning, tomorrow morning, and still be alive in this same reality? So seriously think about that. You know, well, let me put it this way. You might take it for granted that, yeah, you're gonna wake up tomorrow morning and life is just gonna continue. However, every day people are passing over, dying, so to speak. People are going to sleep and they don't wake up again. Or, to put it in a different way, using different words, they wake up in a different place. And I'm not talking about different place in this world, on this planet. Like they wake up in what we call like the afterlife, or a heaven, you know, and suddenly you realize that, wow, what was that? If you let's make this very practical. So think about your past, your memories. Now, if you have a memory, what actually happens? Well, basically, it comes down to an image appearing in your mind. You see it in your mind's eye, right? There's this image arising, and it's telling you, or you are associating that image with being a memory of your past, a past moment. Could be an hour ago, a memory of an hour ago, 10 hours, a day ago, a week, a year ago, 10 years ago. The time frame doesn't matter. It's basically an image that pops up in your mind or in your brain, or whatever you want to call it, and you are believing that this image that you have in your mind, this is a memory, is something that has happened already. However, what does that mean? So let's take it a step further. If you were unable to imagine, your past, what would that be like? So when you are thinking, you have a thought about something that happened in the past. Can you grab onto that thought, that image? Can you smell it? Can you taste it? Can you touch it? What does it mean? Where does it come from? Think about that for a moment. Can you imagine, or can you remember the day you were born into this world? This story that lives in your mind, telling you that, well, although you cannot remember the moment you were born, you came into this reality. You tell yourself, well, even though you cannot imagine it, even you cannot remember it, surely it must have happened. How many years ago, even? Where does that idea come from? So your memories are images. You know, in the word imagine, there's the word image. Imaging, imagine, imagining. Because a memory is an image, right? That comes up in your mind suddenly. It can also be accompanied by sounds. So it's image with sound. But what proof do you have that it is real, this memory that you have, that you're having? It is something, is it something that exists? Does the past exist? Well, no, otherwise we would have called it the present. The present, then this right now, this moment exists. Right now and this moment. this moment, this moment. But the past, where is it? Can you point me there? Can you take me there? Can you take me there and go show me? Oh, there it is. There's the past. Can you tell me? Okay, I'll take you there. Let's go on a trip, and I'll take you to the past, so that you can see it's real. It really happened. Uh, if somebody tells you that, you're gonna think they are nuts. So, do you have a past? Does it exist? Or are you imagining it in every moment? Because, as I've just said, when you think about it, it's basically an image with or without sounds, audio. And if we go deeper than this, do you know that this moment, in this reality, this physical place, will continue into the next moment? Is there such a thing as the next moment? Now we're talking future. So, does the future exist? Well, obviously not. Otherwise, we would not call it the future. So, all that exists is now. It's right now, it's this moment. And this moment. And this one. And we can go on and on like this. So, yeah, let me make it more real, more relatable. Well, I've had a friend years ago from my school days, and my friend, well, he was healthy. He was a healthy guy. There was nothing weird or abnormal about his health in any way, shape or form that was known to him or his family or his parents or anybody. And he was still young. He was in his 20s, his early 20s, and he was going to the gym. He was quite fit. And one day, and this really happened, he walked out of the gym. He was done with his gym session, done exercising. He walked out and he dropped dead on the ground. He was gone, just like that. And yeah, he transitioned onto the other side, just like that. Completely unexpected, out of the blue. His body just died. No, he didn't die. I mean, let me put it this way. So, you are always alive. You're always in a moment. You always find yourself in a moment. And when you, wow, some crackers in the background you can hear there. Yeah, wow. What a wake-up call. So yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, so what I was saying, okay, so if you, like when you die even, and nothing ceases, nothing ceases to exist, you still exist. Consciousness can never disappear. Many people, and you can find literally thousands of these videos on YouTube of people telling the story about their near-death experiences, where they have, been declared clinically dead with no vital signs whatsoever in a hospital, on a hospital bed, and or they have abruptly, something has happened, like an accident, a car accident, something like that, and suddenly they find themselves perplexed and a bit confused. Like this one woman was saying that she was driving a car and she saw another car coming from the opposite side and was about to hit her car in a head-to-head collision. And the next moment, so she was expecting this impact of the accident, of the collision, but the next moment she found herself looking down, she said, looking down from above and seeing a car and what looked like a body or a person inside the car, unconscious. And she was thinking, what is that? And after a while she realized, wow, that kind of looks like her, but it's not her, because she's here from this point of view, looking down below. And she realized she was out of her body, she said. And she felt so alive that she said she's never felt so alive ever in her life. She felt more alive than ever before, being outside, out of her body, looking down on the accident scene below. And as she transitioned into what she explained as a white light, tunnel of light that many people talk about, that they experience, and she transitioned further, she said that it felt like she was home suddenly. It felt like home, like she just returned from somewhere that was a strange place, and now she's back home again. Like, wow, what the hell was that? And she even recognized other beings, and human beings that has already died in her life or moved on, passed over, and she saw them again, and she even saw other people whom she didn't recognize in this life of her, but she knew them very, very well, even though she's never met them in her life. And she just felt, she said, well, she's home now. She just got home. She don't know what that was, that strange experience there. It's like a dream or something. She's just woken up, and yeah, she had like this short dream for a few seconds. And that now she felt so real. You know, like, so when you are having a dream at night, when you are sleeping and dreaming, and you suddenly wake up, you kind of immediately realize that, oh, okay, oh wow, geez, I was dreaming, yeah, what was that? Okay, and you move on, and it's no big deal. You even forget about it, like it never even happened, and you go on with your life because you know it wasn't real. You know for a fact 100% that was not real. You were dreaming. So the thing is, the same thing happens when you die, so-called die, when you pass over, when your consciousness extracts itself, withdraws itself from this point of view from this physical body. When your consciousness withdraws from it, you find yourself in the real world, and it's like waking up. It's like waking up from a deep sleep, or a dream, a brief dream you've just had. So you never stop existing, and even in that space, in that sense of being, you also only have the moment that you are in. So are we creating or imagining or dreaming whatever experiences we have? Yeah, think about that. It might feel a little weird in the beginning, but each moment is a new moment. And each and every memory is just an image that pops up in your mind, and something tells you that, okay, that is in the past. It just happened, or it happened a few hours ago, or a day ago, or a few weeks ago, or a few years ago even, or many years ago. So let me tell you this about your brain. It's as if your consciousness is plugged into this device that we call a brain. And when your consciousness inhabits this brain, or when it, let's just say, when your consciousness projects into this brain, it is to experience a reality with a lot of limitations, filters. And this brain is creating the sensation and the experience that there is something that we call time that passes, that takes you from one moment to the next moment to the next, and makes it feel like something continuous, something that's continuously changing, evolving. Have you ever heard of people saying when they, for instance, smoke cannabis, marijuana, in the right amounts, dosage, their sense of time is totally distorted? Maybe you have even felt it, like you are inside one moment and there's no shifting, no changing from one moment to the next. It can also feel like there's disconnects, total memory wipes, memory lapses. And other drugs as well, hallucinogenic drugs that we call them. Take for instance LSD or psilocybin, the magic mushrooms. They do the same thing as well. Now those substances, now obviously they convert to chemicals in your brain, and then what happens is those filters that are built into your brain, they are disabled temporarily, and then you experience the reality where time doesn't really exist. Yeah. So those substances such as that basically just removes these filters from your brain, and you are able to experience this very moment so purely, without the passing of time. You can even experience what you would call the past and the future totally entangled with each other, in a disorder. In other words, time gets distorted. Anyway, so that's just something interesting about consciousness. So the thing is, when you are to get back to memories and past, okay, we know when we think about the future is, you're obviously imagining it, because we definitely know. I mean, we don't doubt it that the future doesn't yet exist. We know that we are imagining, okay, what the future might be, what might happen next. That we know for a fact. We don't doubt it even. But the past is kind of memories. They play this game on you. But what's the difference between the past and the future? the past also, does it exist? Well, how can it exist if you cannot show me, take me to the past and show me, here is the past? Nobody has ever been able to do that. Show me the past. Well, you can argue that you can show me a photo or a video, something that has already happened, and that is the past. But is it really because in that moment you only are existing in that moment where you are watching or imagining this video or photo that you are looking at? What proof do you have that it is in fact the past? What proof do you have? So we might call it a dream, this what we are experiencing. And what's even more profound is that there are dreams within dreams within dreams. Have you ever been dreaming and then thought that you had woken up and then only realized, but no, you're still dreaming, and then you wake up again and then you are awake? That's happened to me many times, and other people too. I've heard that a lot. So when you leave this body, you wake up in the real world. Or is that the real world? Or is that also just another level of dreaming? The afterlife, whatever that dimension, that realm is that another dream? Can you die out of that dream and wake up in a higher level even, where that would be the true reality? Or would that also be a dream? And that is where creation comes in. Everything are dreams, everything. In the beginning there was one consciousness, and it was just existing as pure consciousness, and it wasn't experiencing itself. There was no reflection. So what happened is it split off, it fractalized into who knows how many fractals of itself. And over time, to use that word again, those fractals of the one mind, the one consciousness, has evolved into individuated souls or beings. And that is what we have right now. So many souls, so many beings. We have what we call the other, self and other. And that is to be able to experience yourself. Because without another, there is not even a self. And you can never go back to that original oneness, because then you would lose your individuality. Okay. I hope that clears up a lot of confusion. Yeah. What else can I say? It's an absolute mystery, consciousness. This moment, your memories, future, what is the future? We've already established doesn't exist, right? The future doesn't exist, or does it exist? Or has everything already happened? Like when you go to watch a film, a movie. The movie has a beginning, a middle, and an end, and everything in between. But you know that actually you are just fooling yourself when you are watching a movie, because it's just moving pictures, and it's the rate at which the frames are moving is too fast for your eyes to see them as individual frames. You have to slow it down, go slow motion on it. So when you walk into a movie theater, that movie, that story has already happened. You are just rewatching it. And in that sense, the past and the present moment, present frame you're looking at, and the future, the end of the movie, has already happened. So it's almost like it's one moment. The entire film, all those still images, when you combine them, it's just one continuous moment. The same as with your life. There's no difference. It's just that your brain, as I said, has these filters and limitations to enable you to experience the passage of time, the movement from one moment to the next, to create this experience. It's just that the blink rate or the flash rate of all these moments are moving so fast at a frequency that your eyes and your brain cannot discern. You are unable to see them as just a series of still moments. And that is the miracle of life, is that we come here to experience, to have this experience of life. It's something happening in slow motion, so that we can reflect and, well, Oh, okay, okay. Up there. Yeah, I think you get the picture, you get the idea. So that's the miracle of life, this amazing thing. And you can, yeah, I mean, certain substances, natural substances from this earth, when you ingest it, um, it doesn't mess with your brain really. It does in a way, but it actually um, makes you experience, gives you the experience of what it is like to be just in one moment, in the moment. And the past, present, and future kind of blend together. Think about that. Yeah. And all you really have is this moment. And that's what love is. Okay. But also remember, don't get me wrong. It's not that we shouldn't take life seriously, but don't take it too seriously either. Because even though it might be a dream or an illusion or whatever, it's still the only thing we have right now. You wouldn't be experiencing it for no reason. So the experience is very real. You know, if we talk about an illusion is not something that doesn't exist. The illusion exists. The illusion itself is very real, but what the illusion represents or depicts or makes you see or feel or experience, that is a distortion. That's why we call it an illusion. Because it distorts something's true nature. But the illusion is there. It's definitely there. So you can't just dismiss it. It's about understanding the illusion. And by all means, live your life, you know, this dream that you call your life. Live it as fully as possible. I've lived my life to the fullest. You know, it's still an amazing experience. So this is not to dismiss it just as nothing. Even though at the same time, life is both, it is everything and nothing at the same time. It's everything and nothing at the same time. It's both. But don't get stuck in it. And lighten up. Yeah. It's ultimately something that we come to experience. We choose to experience it. Just like you choose to play a game. Even though you know the game is not real, the movie is not real, you still enjoy it and you still engage with it. Yeah, so it's not to dismiss anything.